So with 4 of those, you can get 36 miles into the sky.
Nice.
And then you fall, hypothetically. Although, realistically, you'd be in orbit, I think.
I have slow fall.
Yeah. Slow fall. So half damage when you land.
Yeah, right?
I think I
From
know why I was getting an echo. Yeah, I know
Hey,
why
so
now.
it seems like all of my modules unconnected. Which ones do we need again? I know it was a ton, but what did they all have like the same name, or just load all of them?
Yeah, you could load all of them that are available if you want, but you really don't need them unless if you click on something and it'll ask you, it'll tell you that it's not loaded, and you just click the check mark and it'll load it.
Okay.
No,
I
it
need to load
should.
Xanthar's guide at least, though.
Yeah, you
It
can
sh-
load those.
I
it
am. That's not working for me.
Right. I actually had to go in and manually click each book individually to get them to reload. That's what took me so long early.
I can't
It
even
actually
do
did
that.
You
work
can
for
do that.
me.
I'm clicking them and it's not doing anything.
So it was really slow. I would have to click one and wait for the book to open and then do the next one.
Oh, I see.
I can recap while he clicks books if you want to go, Scuzzer.
Sure, let's go give it a recap.
You got your stream going?
What
Yeah,
is happening?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So we were having a nice nap in the sewers when the door swings open, and it's our dear old friend Sergeant Staggett, who suddenly was a captain, unbeknownst to us, and he's standing there with way too many city watch, lots of them veterans. They go about arresting us after insulting us a whole bunch. They examine all of our goodies. Somebody goes fishing around in Vimir's robe, finds a stone, declares it a trinket, and it's handed back to him. Ha! So now we're in jail, 2 to a cell. Krager's being treated to Dawn Camp. And Staggett approaches Vimir's cell, beckons him over to the door, and starts whispering to him. When he leaves, Vimir tells the rest of us that he's indicated that the Black Staff says to turn over the Stone of Galore to the authorities. Vimir doesn't believe him, though, and tells us he thinks he's trying to convey that we need to operate outside of the law. Kaz attempts to pick the lock of her cell with guidance from Vimir's weasel, and realizes all the locks are impossible to pick, so there goes that idea. Hours go by and Staggett comes back. Another whispered conversation, and all the rest of us hear is Mimir yelling, "All right, let's fucking do this." Next thing that happens is the stone goes to Staggett, who passes the key back and leaves. Mimir starts counting to 300, opens his cell, opens everybody else's cell, says, "Follow me, don't draw attention to us, and remember he's on our side, but the watch is not. Try not to deal any lethal blows." And then we start hearing whistles and run for the carriage room. We get outside of the immediate jail area, and there are 2 dead guys on the floor covered in blood. And Vamir exclaims, "What? That wasn't part of the plan." Kaz dashes out, Sid dashes out, and starts yelling about the dawn being violated, prompting a guard to order him to halt. I dash out, Oscar dashes out, everybody starts dashing about, except the Goliath, because they don't really go dashing, if you get my drift. So lots of stuff goes down. We start bonking people on the head with our unarmed fists, which is okay for everybody except the ones that are running into the monk, because that never goes well for anybody. And then Vamir goes, what did he say? Medieval? Biblical? Something on somebody's ass, and ended up Eldritch blasting him.
Old
Lots of things.
Testament.
Old Testament, that's what it was. So all of these things happen. Ultimately, we just end up back in ourselves, and we're a little bit annoyed. Eventually, a magistrate gets around talking to us, and Vamir goes first. We're told after he comes back that Staggett's dead. Nothing was found on his body, and he was found outside, and therefore we couldn't have done it. But Vamir's questioned about the 2 dead guards that were on the inside, and it's noted that Staggett was found naked. Which, we're like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense unless somebody was impersonating Staggett, and now who knows who has the stone. So our ultimate sentence is that a noble has spoken out on our behalf, so we're just going to be fined 100 gold pieces to repair the roof that was broken, and 50 gold pieces each for disturbing the peace. We cough up that money, and then for the next 10 days, we're supposed to show up to an orphanage and make beds and clean. Hurrah. So then every afternoon, we have to stand on a corner, cry out our crimes, and accept the scoldings of the citizenry. The Blackstaff is the noble who spoke out on our behalf, and we're reminded they're still investigating the murder of a cultist in the old windmill. Krager is incensed, Vamir is incensed, Bladebiter and the Goliath are annoyed with civilized society, and Sid Witch as the magistrate would consider the dawn. So we all go to the Blackstaff Tower. She's clearly amused and seems to think that we might have gotten into a little bit of trouble, and so Vamir inquires why no one else seems to notice that we're attempting to protect the city, and he wants to know why we're being punished and persecuted. And she tells us that the Castellaners employ a doppelganger as their butler valet, and he typically looks like an elderly tiefling, and we all have an aha moment, and yes, the stone is probably in the Castellanter family's possession. So then, once we've found the gold, which she indicates we should go do as quickly as possible, we're supposed to send her a message. We'll send reinforcements to collect it, and she assigns her buddy War Dragon, who is at the yawning portal, to assist us, and says he'll be expecting us, and we should go collect him there. And then she additionally offers us the assistance of one uncommon magic item apiece, which we have now selected. And that's where we stop for the night, because battling the guards who just threw us back into jail was a sad outcome. But here we are in the Blackstaff Tower with shiny things, and I think we were going to head back to our tavern, go to bed, and get up next morning and go hunting for the gold. Or we were going to go looking for the gold right away. I think Vamir is the one who was saying that we should just go post haste.
All right.
I'm thinking that I'm going to find this Castle Lantern guy and make sure that he can never bear children.
So I already gave you a point of inspiration, Val.
Why, thank you.
So I guess Vajra gave you a little background on the Castle Lanterns, their background story. Did she tell you any of that?
That they were Asmodeus worshippers?
No, I
That
don't think
little
she told you
tidbit
that.
or different?
No, I don't have anything else written down about that.
All right, so Vajra gives you a little background about the Castle Lanterns. They were very popular and wealthy nobles in Waterdeep, and they fell on hard times. I mean, really hard times. Their money was depleted. They were almost down to nothing, and being looked down upon. And then about 3 years ago, they started having a miraculous comeback, and money started building up in their coffers. But their oldest son had mysteriously disappeared, and nobody has seen him since. All they have left is their two youngest children, Terenzio and Elzrina. But they're not seen very much outside the Castellanter villa. And then the miraculous comeback, their banking and money lending business thrived while their competition suffered after their oldest son disappeared.
This is the Castellanters?
Or no, the the Castellanters. Yeah.
So, do you guys want to run the old see what they think about the Dawn play?
I thought we didn't care about the Castellanters. I thought we were going straight for the horde.
Well, the disappearance of their oldest son earned sympathy within the city, and their philanthropic endeavors brought them legitimacy and new friends. They became the envy of Waterdavian nobility in short order. Seemingly blessed, the Castellanters attracted new followers. And yeah, it was just like a miraculous comeback from being doomed.
So they sold their souls. Got it. Actually, they sacrificed their oldest son. Probably more like.
Doesn't that
Well, there's a few other rumors about town about them, but you would probably have to ask the right people the right questions.
Duh, curses.
So Vermeer's got the inside angle on us getting to the treasure first.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's the plan.
So I think that was the plan. As much as I want to go kick this guy in the nuts with my mace,
Well, you guys
that
also have
will-
a 10-day punishment that you have to serve, and you still got the investigation into the cellars
Well, you
that
see, the 10-day punishment starts
Blastwind is doing.
tomorrow.
Right.
10-day punishment doesn't start today. So if we wrap up this whole treasure thing with tomorrow's dawn, we can begin our punishment.
Well, you're already headed back to the manor. It's late in the evening.
Right, and we have to go to the yawning portal to collect the other gray hand who's going with us if we're gonna go after the
Meloon.
treasure, and Madoon War Dragon.
Yeah, Meloon War Dragon.
And additionally, we have to collect all the stuff that we need. We've got the jug that can make the ale. If it can make enough ale, then we have a dwarf who can dump it, but we need a scroll of invisibility that the dwarf can read. And we also need, presumably, either a spell or mirrors to get actual sunlight, and I'm assuming mirrors, down into that chamber.
Oh no, I can make actual sunlight.
Can
Nope.
you?
I-
I don't think you can.
I do. I have this orb thing.
If it doesn't say this is actual sunlight in the description,
Right.
it's not real sunlight.
Yeah, I thought we established that it's daylight, not sunlight.
Daylight spell? Daylight is not sunlight? Okay.
It is not.
Damn it.
Well,
It's a
like there
magical light.
there are particular spells that specifically state this is real sunlight and affects like certain undead as real sunlight and so on and so forth. A daylight spell is not one of those spells.
Okay, well, in that case, Sid declares that all of that sounds way too complicated. Where's the next thing that he can punch? Or where are the sheets for him to change? And he's tired and a little hungry. So, good luck.
let's go collect the war dragon.
So we're not going to be
Maybe-
able to acquire any of the things we're going to need. If it's late in the evening, most of the shops are closed, right?
Why is it late in the evening?
Yes. Well, you guys spent most of the day in jail.
Right.
Yeah, our
Remember,
futile
this
attempt-
this is all in one day. You started out. You went to the crypt, and you found the dead bodies and the live girl, and then you went to the windmill and killed the 2 people there, and then had a chase across the roofs and a fight in the alley.
and a rest. We rested somewhere
Well,
in
yeah,
there, too.
that's right. Then you went
It's a
into
very
the
long day.
yeah. Then you did spend the night in the sewers resting, and then you
Okay.
were arrested that morning and spent the whole day in jail, and then you went to
Okay.
Blackstaff Tower. So it's late in the evening.
So it sounds to me that we should be good law-abiding citizens, serve our punishment, and let the bad guys get all the money they need to unmask the masked lords, assassinate them, and let all of the government of Waterdeep fall into chaos. Because
I'm gonna
that's
give
what the justice
everybody a
system
long rest.
demands.
That actually sounds really good to the Dragonborn and the Goliath at this point, I imagine.
Wait, that's a they get what's coming to him kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, we're both from the mountains, and at this point, shaking our heads at civilized society, going, "Why did we come out of the mountain?"
But Don, buddy, won't that give the shadowy evildoers a chance to bring more darkness into our city?
But we'd be following the law, Don brother.
Well, I don't really care about the law if there's darkness and shadow.
Good answer. Fuck our sentence. We'll go tomorrow morning.
All right, so you guys, we'll fade back to the Troll Skull Manor, and you guys all arrive there, and you're tired, and you go apart, break up, and go to your different spaces. I imagine Sid goes to the attic. There's a little cubby
Dawn
hole,
Fort. It's called the Dawn Fort.
the Dawn Fort.
Thank you.
Kaz is off in her bedroom, and she's trying to get some sleep. Val, you went to the library area so you could read quietly before you go to sleep. And then Gothic and Krager are going to bed, and Vamir is going to sleep too. And the way this is going to be is I'm going to have to jump back and forth to everybody to describe what's going on. So we'll start with Vamir. Let's see if this works. So again, you remember that dream you had, weeks ago when you fell asleep. As you're dozing off into your sleep, you start to have this dream again. That this nightmare has you in its jaws, and you feel yourself being pulled down underwater. Down through the depths you fall, and you taste salt and blood on your lips, while water rushes into your lungs. The depths are dark, but not empty, and the dead wail together as one haunting chorus. As the seas churn and drag you deeper, you burst free from the nightmare with a sheen of sweat on your flesh. You wake up suddenly. And then we'll go over to Gothic and Krager. Well, Krager, you're getting ready for bed, and you feel the sudden urge to take a leak before you go to bed. I'm reading what Krager posted. So on your way to the privy, you hear the ceiling groan above you. It's like groaning and creaking. And you hear the pitter-patter of little feet upstairs. And you think to yourself, have the urchins come back for yet another dare? Or have cat burglars infested your manor?
Or it's possible these are the ghosts of the kids that were slaughtered and buried in our basement.
Kaz and Sid, as the both of you are in bed and you drift off to sleep, you feel a vibration running through your headboards and from the wall. Something is sounding off in the distance, but you cannot discern its nature. Dare you investigate it as you're awoken?
That was Kaz and Sid, you say?
Yes. Val.
Yeah.
Hang on just a sec, let me catch up on note.
Gothic.
Yes, sir.
You are just barely dozing off, and you hear the same thing Kragor does. From the ceiling above your bed is like little feet running.
How many do I hear? Does it sound like more than one little foot holder?
More than one, less than 10. Val, you find yourself in the library studying by candlelight. Midnight has come and gone. It's probably 2 in the morning, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. As you pore over old tomes and scrabbled notes, your eyes begin to droop. As darkness presses in on your vision, a chill wind sweeps through the library, and on it rides a voice. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" roared the troll. An old woman crows to a crowd of restless, awing children. "Why, I am off to eat sweet green grass," said the little billy goat gruff. "No, you're not," roared the troll, "because I'm going to gobble you up." The library erupts into a tangle of children's shouts and surprise as the old woman snatches up a youngster, laughing and cackling. But when you lift your eyes from the desk, you find nothing, and no one in the library but you. Was it all but a dream? So you get up from the desk and you look around in the library, and all you find is a tome open on the floor. The cover of the tome says "100 Tales of Fae," and it's opened to a page with the title of 3 Billy Goats Gruff. And then a wind sweeps through the hall when you pick up the tome, causing all the pages to flutter to an inscription written on the first page, and it reads, "Children, know that Mama Esther will always love you." So that's where we stand.
I remember doing that play in elementary school.
So Kaz and I had the same vision, but I was up in the dawn fort and she was in her room.
It's not a
I'm
vision. You
assuming
hear things.
Okay. Yep.
Let me
I-
find Kaz.
Descend.
Let me give you a roll first.
I don't need a roll. I just jump
Doesn't
out the
roll
window.
anymore, remember?
It doesn't matter.
Remember, because he can do that damn slow fall.
No, it's a
thingamaboo.
different roll. It's a wisdom check.
Okay. Well, I've rolled my wisdom check.
So, Sid, you hear the sound and you realize it's coming from downstairs in the tap room.
Well, there's a good news because I descend into the tap room. That's
Okay.
where the Dawn Descender goes.
So you descend down the stairs.
Oh no!
And-
I descend
Well,
by
descend
jumping
from
out
your
the window,
rope on the outside of the building, right?
through the
And-
window into the tap room.
What you hear are cicadas screeching and some shivering choir, drowning out all other noises in the area.
So suddenly we're in Texas.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you go downstairs and you come in through the front door, and you creep
window.
in. You come in through the window, and as you creep in, the gloom,
I do not creep.
the gloom
I
presses
launched
in
through the
from all
window.
directions, while that noise, a song, you're certain, babbles from the dark.
Okay, so
Craning your ear, you can tell that it echoes from the tap room below.
I'm in the tap room.
Below the tap room.
I'm not below the tap room. All right, I whip out my. Hold on a sec.
Your Dawn staff?
Nope.
Man, usually I'm so
Oh.
excited when I hear the words whip out and then the rest of the sentence go blank.
My drift globe. And I speak the command word. Dawn hopes. And I affix the daylight to my belt. Yep, to my belt.
Okay. So you've got light in the room, but you still
Yes.
hear the noises.
Yep, I stand still, I look around, I wait.
So the dreadful noise leads you through the tap room. The very floorboards shudder from that unnatural song. And a foul
Is it-
stench drifts up between the cracks and water drips loudly.
Okay, I'm gonna wait until other party members join me.
The hatch to the basement rattles in its frame as the song draws you closer and closer. Gothic and Kregor.
I'm
So-
definitely gonna go and try to look up in the room above me and see if I can see what I heard.
What about you, Kregor?
Am I in the tap room, headed for the privy?
No, you're upstairs on the second floor. We're the same area where Gothak is, and you hear these noises on the 3rd floor above you. He's going up the
Okay.
stairs from the 2nd to the 3rd to investigate.
I'm following along.
So you kind of look at him, and you both look at each other, and without saying anything, you both realize you're hearing the same things, because you're both like, what the hell's going on?
Yep. I have my religious amulet hanging outside of my gear at the moment. And yeah, we're gonna go storm the battlement.
What does Vimir do?
I'm still trying to go back to sleep, aren't I?
Well, you just woke up from that nightmare that you've had in the past, and you feel, sweat on your brow, like you feel like you were literally in the water. So Gothic and Craig are investigating upstairs. Let me share this map. And you guys are going up the stairs here from the 2nd to the 3rd floor. And then Vamir, the night is cold. Try as you might, there's no more sleep for you tonight, so long as you can taste that blood on your tongue and the salt on your lips. As you try to drift back off to sleep, your tongue scrapes against something in your mouth. You kind of like turn your head and spit, and into your hand comes a chunk of flesh. Salted, wet flesh. And it isn't yours. Sickness blooms in your belly as you reach into your mouth and pull out a small wet chunk, another one. You hold it up to the moonlight, and sure enough, it's viscera. Actual viscera.
Yeah, I'm gonna bend over the side of my bed and puke my guts out.
Let me see. Let me give you a roll here. It actually asks for a roll. And it is a Constitution. Vermeer.
Constitution
DC.
saving throw?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely
As
fail
I
that.
said.
You violently start vomiting, and it's so repulsive that you don't even get a chance to like turn your head. You just start vomiting right on your chest, and then you turn your head and it starts going off on the floor, and you're just heaving.
I'm gonna be sleeping in the temple from now on.
What do we say to vomit today? Prestigitation.
Close, but you mixed up a few of those consonants.
That's because I have trouble with those syllables.
Vermeer and Cragor, as you reach the 3rd floor, you hear the footsteps or the little pitter patter, and it goes over towards the tower area that leads up to the attic.
Well, I'm Ranger full effect right now. I'm following.
So that area is where the footsteps lead you.
Straight to the dawn for it.
Right.
Can I hear them outside if I'm still in the library there?
Yeah, you can hear them out there.
Right,
You
so I
hear them creeping around, but you don't hear the footsteps.
By the way, the trapdoor in the Dawn Fort is it's nailed shut. from
Okay.
the inside. Just throw that out there. Yeah, so
We have a Goliath.
With a battering ram.
just saying the Dawn Fort is secure. The Dawn Fort is secure.
So as Val, as you hear them creeping around outside, you open up the door to the library there, and you look at them and ask them, "What's going on?"
In my best Elmer Fudd, I hold up my finger and say, "Shh, we're hunting children."
I've never been happier than to hear that right now.
I nod, motion with my nose that I'm going to follow them.
You want to tell them what happened to you?
Started to doze off. Hear a story about billy goats. Children cackling. Old lady snatches up a child. I wake up. There's no one there, but this book was on the floor. Turned to a story about billy goats, and then a wind blew in and moved it to an inscription on the first page.
All right, so we'll go back down to Sid. Um, you go over to the hatch, to the basement, to the cellar, and it's rattling in its frame, and the song draws you closer and closer.
I'm compelled to investigate what's going on here. I surmise that it might be the source of the. I call out, "Hello there. Uh, does anybody need to hear about the benefits of a dawn-based approach to life? I believe that you're early
So
for today's dawn."
as you reach for the hatch, and it's rattling, and you grab a hold of it, and it stops rattling. You open it up slowly, and the song, the unnatural song, it's louder, and it's definitely coming from the cellar. As you look down into the cellar from your belt buckle that's shining, you see it's been flooded. The cellar's been flooded, not fully deep, but a little ways up the stairs, probably knee deep. And it's been flooded not by water, but by an ectoplasm. It's like a slimy, thicker viscosity than water.
At this point, Sid understands that the ectoplasm is not something that can be convinced of the benefits of a dawn-based life, and he attempts to close the door quickly and return upstairs to get help from his partner.
All right, so as you close the door, the manor starts shaking. And you notice that the windows in the manor all of a sudden turn to brick. All the windows are bricked up.
That's really gonna be a problem for the dawn descending. Like, no doubt, problems are here now. I run upstairs and yell very loud about the ectoplasm, which I describe as creepy goop.
As you get ready to run, everybody in the manor starts hearing something. A crone voice slips through the manor, both a whisper and thunder, both omen and off-key. hush, little orphans, don't cry no more. Mama Esther's at the door. Winter's quite long and money's tight, but Mama made dinner for tonight.
Okay. I stop running. I decide that it's time to focus. I fall back upon my training, and I ready myself.
Gothic and Kregor and Val. As you guys reach the doorway to the turret where the ladder is, your eyes narrow on children. Their flesh seems to shift. Not wholly transparent, but not wholly solid. Their voices are from another world, echoing off every floorboard and wall with eternal quality. There's 3 of them, 3 young orphans. There's a half-orc boy, an 11-year-old human girl, and a 13-year-old human boy. They're all preteens, and they're scared witless. They're all hiding behind old furniture. Say there's some furniture in that turret area there, like a desk or something.
I pause.
I
What's,
did. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I hold up my symbol. I say, I'm a priest. I can help you. What has terrified you so? And
While
how
he's-
can we really...
While he's doing that, I'm trying to follow the direction of their gaze and look in the same area to see if I can see what's scaring them. Spirits are not out of the ordinary for Goliath.
So you hear the oldest boy trying to calm the 2 youngest ones. All will be well. All will be well. We'll be okay, guys. We've been through this before. Sooner or later, the grown-ups will show up, and they'll save us. They always have in the past.
Jesus.
Yeah, and as you try to calm the children, it doesn't seem to be having much of an effect. And the 2 littlest ones, I mean, you can tell their hearts are jumping out of their skin. And the oldest one is trying his best to keep them as calm as possible.
Sid is coming upstairs calmly now. He knows what must be done.
So let me see another one here. Now that the children hear the rhyme, oh, that's Gothic. I'm giving that to.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gave me another roll. I was just gonna roll with it. See what I
That's
did?
Kregor. Kregor's got trying to calm him.
Of course, now that I do a good roll, it's for somebody else. How convenient.
Right? Actually, the first one should have been for him too. Okay, so yeah, the 3 orphan spirits, they began to scream and thrash, but your holy symbol seems to calm them a bit, and they run to you and grab a hold of your limbs. And the little girl says, looks up to you and says, she says, "Mama's home. Mama's home." And she starts crying. And then the crone continues that wretched song as the floorboards, all floorboards, squeal and groan. And the windows and the winds outside worsen into a gale as you can hear them hitting the sides of the manor, and the rain starts pouring. And you hear her singing, "So hush, little orphans, the stew is hot. Hush, little orphans, get in the pot. Hush, little orphans, mama's got you. I got you where I want you.
Dang, I need that MP3.
And I look down at the ghost and I say, "Stay with me, and she can not harm me."
You know she eats little children, the little girl says to you. She feeds the others to us too. She forces us.
She won't be able to force you again.
So Sid gets upstairs and joins his party if the DM allows.
Well, before you leave the tap room,
Ah, shit. Yep. Okay.
out from the gloom comes the form of a shadow and half of a corpse. It's a hunched old woman that staggers on, a ravenous smile painted on her lips. Her eyes are cloudy discs of red and milky white, and her voice gets your very skin crawling as she looks at you and whispers, "They're mine. They've always been mine. Now and forever." Her smile stretches as she calls out, "It's supper time, children."
Ma'am.
Wait, who's
On
seeing this
behalf-
one right now? Who?
Oh, this is just
Sid.
Sid.
Just Sid. It's down in the
Unfortunately, just Sid. Ma'am, I'm gonna have to ask you to stand still. And furthermore, I don't know if you can stand, so just be still. Let's talk a little bit about why we're all here today. I was trying to have a little sleep and get myself ready for the next dawn. And all of a sudden I heard these noises and the basement's green, and I had to make my dawn globe. I don't like to make my dawn globe unless I really, really need to. I get it out when I really, really need to make my dawn globe. So I gotta ask you, are you here to talk about the dawn?
Hold on. Hopefully this thing's not.
I bet she's not. I bet she's not here to talk about the dawn, guys. I bet she's not. Had to ask. I just had to ask.
Oh, come on. Let me know if you see me typing this.
Yep.
Yes.
You saw it say test?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Same thing is happening all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time. Is the damn thing's locking up. It's like I can type, but I can't see it. You guys can.
Well, the map for Troll Skull Manor 1 is gray. Just solid, no image yet.
I can't even move the maps now either.
Reload's in order.
Yep. I can't wait to be over with this campaign. I'm going to delete everything and reinstall it. All right, I'm closing the window. Give it a second.
I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back.
All right, good time for a little break.
All right. Is it reloading?
Yeah, I'm bringing it up now. Kaz,
Yes.
you have awoken to this nursery rhyme that's been. You're a heavy sleeper. You didn't hear what. You heard what Sid heard, but you'd gone back to sleep. You're like,
I am
screw this,
actually
I'm
a
going back to
heavy
sleep.
sleeper in real life.
What was that?
I am actually a heavy sleeper in real life.
Right? So yeah, you heard it, but you was like, yeah, whatever. It's an old creepy house. So you went back to sleep. But when Mother started saying that nursery rhyme, you definitely heard that and sat up in your bed and made your skin crawl. And you can hear Cragor and Val and Gothak trying to calm the children on the third. They're on the third floor. You're on the second floor. You're the only one on the second floor right now. But you heard the footsteps from upstairs. All right,
So
this
it's trying to
table's back
connect.
up. Yeah, the table's back up. So Daddy Boo connected, Cragor connected, Matt connected, Sid connected, Kaz connected, Val connected. And then need some orphan tokens.
Map is still not up yet for me. It's loading.
I'm still loading in.
Let me rename these if I can. All right. One of them was. Um,
All right, life's good. Scuzzer, if you're talking, you are talking on mute.
no, I'm placing tokens.
Okay.
Trying to. Delete that one. Let me do this again. One, dos. like, where were you at? You were with Craiglor.
Yep.
And where were you at, Vermeer? You were still in the bed, right?
He was having a bomb.
That's right. He was vomiting.
Yeah, we still got people doing bio breaks, and I'll be right back. I'll be gone in 60 seconds.
Kaz was here. Kaz is in the bedroom on the 3rd floor. And Vermeer, we'll put you in the bedroom on the 2nd floor.
I was on the top floor. Top floor.
What's going on here? I can't. I thought that. So you were on the top floor?
Yep.
So Kaz is on the 2nd floor. All right.
All right, I'm back.
Yep.
All right. I've got everybody on the map now. So Sid, yeah,
Are you gonna push a map?
there you go.
I see the map. I'm downstairs.
Yeah, you're downstairs, and from behind you, you feel the fireplace light up. This is the fireplace that hasn't been lit in forever, and it lights up, and you know the windows bricked up.
Yeah.
And you see,
So it's
the hag stumbling from the kitchen towards you over there.
no need for names. So I advance towards the hag and I do the dawn speech.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Everybody from this point, go ahead and roll initiative. I'll push that to you. All right, go ahead.
You just want us to roll as opposed to the...
No, I'll push it. Let me clear those.
That was a lot of spinning for a 4.
That was a hell of a. I thought for a second it was a top and not a.
There you go.
Yes, I, the ever excited about
Woohoo!
what? Wow, we're just all raring to kill stuff, aren't we?
Kez, and I will take Oscar off of here. Kez, you got to push your button for initiative.
She stepped away, so she might not be back yet.
She was bioing.
And Oscar was taken away. And Craiglor says you didn't roll. But I see you rolled. Oh, now it's green. So it's just Kaz and Oscar.
And Oscar's not in the mix, is he?
Yeah, I just deleted him from the combat tracker. I see the advantage on your initiative rolled. Dropped a 9, you rolled a 10.
Do you have a picture of the hag? Just for funsies?
Let me see if there is one. No, there is not. Let me see if I can find one of a hag. Here you go. This one looks good.
Okay.
That was just living in the middle of Waterdeep, huh?
In the Troll Skull Manor.
Had an apartment next to the Bone Claw.
Yeah.
Somebody should probably tell her we killed her boyfriend.
Who's that? Who'd you kill?
Bone Claw.
Oh. Yeah, you guys made quick work of him. Did Kaz make it back? Waiting on her to roll initiative. Man, I can't believe the orphans outrolled you.
Oh shit.
Go ahead and push that button, Kaz.
Pushing. Pushing whatever button I'm supposed to.
The initiative
I don't see that says initiative.
didn't request a roll.
Let me move all this stuff. Ooh, here we go.
There you go. Alright, so Cragor, you're upstairs on the 3rd level, right?
Yes. And I'm hitting myself with the Blessing of the Forge for armor.
Yeah, is anyone actually wearing their armor?
Yep.
You,
Yeah, Rain was in the library.
I wear mine all the time.
I am my armor.
I was gonna say, Dragonborn, well, Dragon Lords sleep in their armor too.
pretty sure you get a level of exhaustion for each night you do that.
I don't think
Well, I don't think
guess it depends.
the only people that were really in bed were Kaz and Vamir.
Yeah, and I was not asleep.
Krager was going to go take a leak, so he might not have changed out of his armor yet.
Nope.
And Gothic don't wear armor, really,
I am my armor.
right? So, hey, those orphans aren't jumping out the window. I just didn't want to put them all in the middle of that room and stack on top of each other.
Okay. And can I throw a Shield of Faith on myself as well?
Yeah, it's your turn.
And I look at the children and I said, the hag will not reach you this night.
Okay, pass your turn. Oh, I gotta make them. You couldn't see the orphans.
The only thing I can see is level 1 of Troll Skull. Is that all we're supposed to see?
There we go. There's level 3.
Ah!
And there's level 2.
Thank you.
So Gron is he's the half orc boy, the 8-year-old half orc boy, and he also he runs over to Bladebiter and grabs a hold of her leg and says and begs for her to help him. Please don't let Mother eat us. Please don't let her get us. And then Victor is the oldest one, and he was the one trying to calm the little girl Matilda. Kaz, you are up, and you are on the second floor.
Dumb question. Why do I not see the hag on any of the maps?
She's on the first floor in the tap room.
Not on my map. Oh, she's just a red square. Doesn't have an icon.
Oh, she doesn't have a token?
Not for me, anyway.
Same.
Everybody else see a token? Just a red square?
No, just
Just a
square.
red square.
Orphan black. I've got O's.
Yeah, they're all O's. Let me see. Let me delete this. Let me confirm delete. Let me pull her back up. Hag Shadow Mother. I don't remember what her initiative was. Let me drag her token back over there and see if you can see it this time.
It is on the combat track.
Can you see the token now?
No.
Yeah, she's on the combat tracker.
But it's just still a red square on the first floor?
Yes.
That is weird. Alright, let me
Is
try
she
something
not?
different. What about now? Can you see it?
Nope.
No.
No. Well, she might just have to be a red square then.
Yep.
Hold on, I gotta take this call. It's work.
Oh shit. Work at 10:30 at night.
That's the 1890s calling.
Yeah, work at 10:30 at night's never a good call. It also
Could-
means that you're probably responsible.
It could be worse.
Well, yeah, Charlie could have found a skunk.
Oh man. It could be a 3 a.m. call and the bank's ATMs aren't working across the country.
I haven't gotten that call.
Good times.
I did get the "you've run the entire state of Delaware out of salmon-colored paper," which if we have a moment, there's a lesson in problem solving to be had here. Would you guys like to hear the lesson in problem solving?
Well, Scuzzer's on the phone and ain't nobody showing us Charlie, so you may as well.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the human is more susceptible to reading paper when it's of different colors. So if you get a piece of mail and it's not on like flimsy white paper, you're probably going to read it more. So banks and financial institutions, if they really want you to read something like we are foreclosing on your account or kind of closing you down on some sort of a purchase, they'll actually print stuff on salmon. So they have these huge batch printers, and when you print up a job, and you want to print something in salmon, you basically tell the printer, use paper color 2 instead of paper color 1, which is white. So, well, once upon a time, you guys still here?
Oh yeah.
Once upon a time, a little bit of a coding issue happened in a program
I'm
that
back.
I was responsible for. Yep. We're in the middle of a story about salmon colored paper. Shouldn't take too much longer. It's
I'll
a good one.
listen.
All right. So I used the wrong color of paper by putting 2 instead of 1. And uh, they didn't actually have much salmon paper because they only used it for the important stuff. It was more expensive, you see. So instead of having like unlimited supplies of white paper, salmon was in the smaller hoppers, and actually there was less of it. So my little programming bug printed just normal mail for the bank, which is a lot of frickin' mail, on the special salmon paper, and it was
Oh.
bad. Uh, so basically, they ran out, and it was a fire drill because the printers, when they run out of paper and there's a job spooled, they can't do the rest of the jobs. So all the other print jobs that just required normal paper were stacked up behind mine, which didn't really need salmon paper, but was stuck on salmon paper mode. So the printing ground to a halt. This was like nationwide mail stopped because the salmon paper was out and this job was huge and it required paper. So, fire drill, it was dark 30 in the morning. Everybody's freaking out. Well, what the fuck do we do? Because you can't cancel the job once it's in progress, which I think is an oversight on the printer manufacturer between you and me. But once it's going, it's going. And the stuff had to get printed because there was actually regulation that said it had to get printed and mailed. And it took like 30 people in a conference call to problem solve. Well, why don't we just put the white paper that we have a shit ton of in the salmon paper hopper and shut it?
Slow clap.
Because like we're all like awake, it's early, and eh, just the idea popped in, and it was just like let's just use regular paper in the salmon paper hopper, because there's nothing special about salmon paper, it's just a different color. And it took like 30 people that make a lot of money to figure out just use the damn paper that you have. And that was amusing because they thought that they were all very smart, and they were not.
See,
They were not very smart.
yeah, you just needed someone who's like super lazy, being like, just use the other paper and let me go back to sleep.
Well, that was the programmer, which was at the point, me and my team were the programmers. Like, you needed lazy people.
As one of anecdotally, I used to work on those copiers and printers once upon a time, and I can tell you stories that would just make you bang your head against the wall because of the pain it will cause your brain. And you're absolutely right. The smarter people are, the dumber the things they do. Like those high-end machines, when you run a big print job, they get really hot. So if you just pick up a piece of paper off of the catch tray, that sucker's coming out of that machine at 400 degrees. So I had somebody who thought that was a problem. So they took to storing their paper in a freezer. So long story short, when they did their print job and it ran through the machine, it immediately curled that piece of paper into a tube.
Wow.
That was my sister-in-law, by the way. master's degree in secondary education. She is an English
Yeah, I was
teacher.
going to say probably not physics.
About like 2 months ago, we had a huge problem with our authentication and identity server, and it affected everyone, including us in the office on the network team. So even we couldn't get access to our own network resources. And they spent, like, my engineer level guys spent like the whole morning trying to figure out workarounds. And then at one point after lunch, when I had been not productive all day long, I asked them, couldn't you just put a static IP address to get around it for now? And they all looked at me like, where have you been for the last 5 hours? And that was all it took to give,
Yep.
because no one has the ability to do that except for us. So we just gave ourselves all static IPs and then got the access we needed to fix the problem and then fix the whole state. But I sat there all morning just working on other stuff, assuming that they had already tried that. And then when I finally asked one of them, I was like, have you just tried giving yourself a static IP? And then like engineer, PhD level network engineers just looked at me like, you son of a bitch, where were you at 7 o'clock?
Yep.
There was one day on my last project where we all come into the office and we all log into our development environments, and nothing is there. None of our code is there. The entire application just seems to have like gone up and gone missing. And we're sort of like poking around trying to find it, and we're looking around each other. So like, who wants to tell someone important that freaking 9 months of development has just vanished? And of course, they're having the team meeting of teams, so to speak, in the other room. So I sort of knock and poke my head in, and I'm like, so yeah, the application's gone, and it was sort of a slow meeting apparently. And suddenly it wasn't such a slow meeting anymore.
And I can picture there's a woman that has a name that ends in M, and I can picture her just losing her shit.
Yes,
Tell me that
precisely.
this happened. Oh my goodness, it's nice knowing people. Oh, that's fantastic.
So yeah, our lead system architect, after poking around a little bit longer trying to find it, was just like, you know what, just we back it up every night for a reason, just restore the backup. Sorry everyone, it's no big deal. Or actually, I guess it was like we lost a day's worth of development. One guy was really sad because he had been going in and like manually updating like 100 data rows, but sucked to be him.
I was gonna say
So-
the guy that did work.
I've got a really great technology story for you. As you know, Pat, I work at security for the World Bank, right? Run the security contract. A long time ago, when wireless mice first started coming out, we kept getting complaints from staff members saying, somebody's been in my office. Every time I come into my office in the morning, my mouse is turned upside down. And we were like, well, somebody's really fucking with you, right? You must be one of your coworkers fucking with you, coming into your office after you leave and turning your shit upside down. And then we kept getting other people complaining from other parts and other buildings. And we were like, what the hell is going on here? And come to find out, we had a really, really, really old security officer who had a couple master's degrees. He was from Israel. And he thought that the red LED light on the bottom of the mice would cause a fire. So he was going around in the middle of the night because, you know, all the lights are out, and he would look in the offices and see these glowing things, and he'd turn them over so the red light wouldn't be facing the papers.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, we finally figured it out. We was like, Shamas, what in the hell are you doing? He was like, oh, it's going to cause a fire. It's a fire hazard. Yeah, we got that guy. We said, you know what? It's time for you to retire, my friend. He was close to 90 years old. Felt bad for him. He's a good guy.
Jesus.
But he
I don't know,
literally
when you hit
thought-
90, it's way past time for you to retire.
Yeah, he literally
Yeah,
thought those mice were going to cause fires.
Was he like Israeli army from the 70s, where if anything is glowing red, it's probably gonna blow up? Or like, what
Oh.
was his?
He was probably from the 30s. This was back in like right when wireless mice first came out, and the bank started purchasing them.
That's funny.
When
That's
was that?
funny.
Like the 80s and 90s?
That was like the
Yeah.
early to mid '90s, wasn't it? When wireless mice and stuff started making their way.
No, I had a ball mouse in the '90s, dude.
Oh yeah, I remember being in middle school and my teacher had confiscated a mouse ball.
It was probably the late '90s then.
Phrase it.
Oh yeah, no. My cousin was
Phrasing.
in that class. The teacher is like throwing it up in the air and catching it, and like one person's like, "What is that?" He's like, "It's a mouse ball." And my cousin goes, "Yeah!" And the entire class just loses it.
Playing with mice balls.
Anyway,
Okay.
that was off kilter. We're being, assaulted by phantasm.
It's
Oh yeah,
social
are we still
hours.
streaming?
Yeah, everybody on stream's checking it out.
You okay with
Nobody ever watches this stream. That's just for posterity purposes, so we can go back 3 years from now and rewatch it on YouTube. So anyway, where were we at? You guys are just gonna have to see the red square and imagine the white token inside the red square, I guess.
I mean, you did give us a picture of her, so we've got a mental image.
Yeah. I don't know why it's not showing up. It shows up for me, and I drug it over there just like everything else.
Man,
So
I gotta
Kaz.
say,
Go ahead.
looking at that picture, it's a real see something, say something type scenario.
It's third floor, or are we gonna go down to first floor?
You're on the second
you're up.
floor. So, I got the tokens locked. You can move about the cabin. You can go the stairs in the middle of the building there, go down, and then the stairs, because there's no connection from the inside, you have to go out the second floor there, the upper right hand corner, to get down to the tap room area. So you can go ahead and move your token and I'll approve it. And it's a long way around to get to the stairs to go up or down.
I know. I just don't know where to even start.
Do you see your token on the second floor?
Yes.
So you were in bed, so your action will be to don your armor. So you get your regular movement and your bonus action.
Move me to wherever closer to this place.
You can't move your token? So there's 5. 15, 20, 25. That's 30 feet to there. Oops.
Alright.
Is that as much as you have?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and pass your turn. Matilda, she's on the 3rd floor. She's the little girl. And she's grabbing a hold of Craigor's arm, asking him when are the grown-ups going to show up? When are the grown-ups going to show up? Mama's going to eat us. And then Gothak.
I am going to run downstairs. And I'll probably use a dash to try to go all the way downstairs.
Oh, that's for Mir. So go ahead and move your token. Make sure you move through the doorways.
Wrong stairs.
So I think that's my 30 right there.
All right.
And so I'll use my dash to go down.
All right.
Remember, the stairs don't go through the tap room. You gotta go outside.
No, I don't remember shit. Actually.
And something didn't work.
So those stairs go where?
Those stairs go to the second floor, and then you gotta go through the dining room on the second floor to
Oh, right.
the stairs outside the building, and then around to the front. Or the back,
All right.
actually. It'd be way faster to go in through the back behind the bar.
So I should be on the second floor now. At the base of the stairs with like another 25
There you
feet to
go.
go in my.
Did it pop up for you, the new map?
It did. I'm on 2.
Okay. I got portals set up, and when you cross over a portal, it should automatically teleport you to the new map.
Oh, sorry. It put me back on the 3rd floor. I think the portal's backwards.
Oh. You're about to get booted off because it just crashed on me. No, because if you go a step back on, it'll take you back up to the stairs. But you crashed me. I'm reloading the table.
So, technology is fun.
I think it has something to do with my Fantasy Grounds install. Something got corrupted in this campaign. It shouldn't be crashing this much. It never crashes when I'm a player.
Then it might be one of the mods you're loading.
Yeah, no, I've had problems with the portals, but Diablo Bob said they were all fixed, and I checked for the latest updates. That's right, I'm blaming you, Diablo Bob. Alright, the table's back up.
Missouri has ice storms periodically. So one winter we had ice storms and power went out for like a week and a half. And we would be sitting in the shop and people would be calling us up because their printers and copiers weren't working. And the first question became, do you have power? Because everything electric.
I did, in fact, get kicked.
Alright, the table's back up, so go ahead and reconnect.
All right, I'm loading back in.
I'm back in.
Yay, he's back.
You will probably, when everybody gets in, have to push all of the maps again.
Indeed.
I'll just do this one for now. So Gothak, go ahead and move back down to that stairwell thing there. See if it works this time. And it didn't. There it goes. It popped up for you. Yep. So the map shared with you?
Yeah, but so like it goes, the portal's backwards on the second floor because it puts me right in front of a wall, and if you go out the way that actually goes to the room, it teleports you back up. That's what was happening.
Alright, let me see. Oh, it crashed again. God damn it.
Too much information there.
When it reloads, disable the portals add-on.
So when you got that second map, did you move and then move back onto the stair?
It puts my token on the staircase
Right.
facing up, which is a wall. So on the staircase the part of the staircase to the right of the landing that goes into the open room, it takes you back upstairs. So then I just didn't go through that. I just tried to move the 15 feet straight through the wall, like as the crow flies, and that
Yeah, 'cause
also took me back up to the third floor. Either way, anywhere I moved on that staircase, it put me back up.
Let me look at that map, because if you cross back over the portal that goes back up, even though you went further, it'll trip.
Yeah, it's just weird because the only direction to go would be through a solid wall, so I didn't choose that route.
Right, so from the second floor you should go south 1 and then east 1.
Yeah, that doesn't work. That's what I did.
Well, that's weird because there's no portals over there. There's only one where you appeared at.
Because the second time I tried, I went straight through that wall on the right, and it still teleported me back up, and then we crashed.
Alright.
That sounds like an infinite loop. I'm back.
Alright, I already put you on the second level. Just don't go north.
still trying to load in.
It says you're connected. Kaz is connected. That's 6. Just waiting for everybody to grab a character. Alright, that's everybody. Alright, Gothic.
So what do you want me to do?
Go east, not north. Right to your north is another portal.
Yeah, so that's what I did last time and it didn't work.
You walk to the east.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Always to the east.
So that's 10. Is that all you had?
No, because I'm in my dash, so I've got another 20.
Alright.
So that where's the staircase now? Is it the top right?
The top
Yeah.
right is to the outside, yes.
There.
And that's it. Pass your turn to Vamir.
Well, Vamir's gonna strip out of his night clothes and start stripping the bed.
Alright, I shared the map you're on.
He's also
Stripping-
on the. He's
You're
also on the
stripping-
top floor.
You're stripping the bed?
Yeah,
He's taking a bio break, dude.
it's like I don't know that anything else is going weird. I just had a nightmare and vomited all over my bed. I need to clean that shit up.
Right?
So I'm on the top floor, not the third floor, but we'll just put me on the stairs as a placeholder, I guess.
Alright, Sid. You are on the first floor, right?
Okay, and I see 2, 3 as maps. I do not see 1 as a map.
Yep, I'm sharing it now.
Cool. Thanks, dude. Alright, so we've determined that the red box
This
hag
is the hag. Right.
is not, she's not really listening to reason about the dawn. I'm going to try one more time to engage her in conversation from punching distance. And
And she's
how
not
are we
really
doing?
paying you any mind.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to ask her to leave our bar. And I ready
she-
in action.
She just looks at you and she says, "This is my house."
Yeah, gonna have to disagree with you on that, lady. Is there anything I can help you with? So I've readied in action. Sid he's pretty clear that something's wrong, but he's not gonna punch even an undead lady without provocation.
What action did you ready? And what's the trigger?
I'm readying an attack, and she gets hinky.
So if she attacks you, you're gonna react.
No, she does anything hinky. She moves funny.
Alright. Rain, you are on the third floor. Yep. And you got one of the orphans holding onto your leg. I think it's a little girl, isn't it?
Matilda's latched on to me.
Oh, so it must be the little boy. That must be Victor. Oh no, Victor's over here. So you got the little orc boy, I think. That's Gron.
Do orc children taste different than human children? Inquiring minds want to know.
No, they're actually descended from the same stock.
You think that the meat texture would be different?
Not really. I mean, if they can reproduce viable offspring, then their musculature isn't actually really different. Humans, elves, orcs, anything that can form a half, pretty much
Uh-oh,
tastes the
Valdet
same.
disconnected? It says Sid disconnected too. Everybody's disconnecting. What's up?
I'm still here.
Ditto.
Sid and Val disconnected.
Oh, it sounds like an internet problem on their end.
Yeah, because I only see Pandukter in the chat now. There's Val. Do you have a power outage?
No, but we briefly lost internet.
Oh.
Did anybody get their stimulus help package? Yet?
I think I'm too rich for that.
It happens next week. Like, if anybody's gonna get it, they're getting it next week.
I don't even know what the parameters are.
You get paid less than 100,000, you get 12.
Oh, sweet, I'm not too rich for that, but Sam is.
Are you guys hitched?
Not yet.
Well, then, you can't benefit from combining incomes and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So I make less than 100,000. He makes over 100,000, which means I get the
You get the
1,200
check,
and he
yep.
doesn't. Yeah.
So I guess you have a better liquor budget this.
Woo!
Which
I
you'll
always have a
drink,
better.
like, you'll drink an ounce of and call it.
I mean, I've
Oh.
gone through like 4 bottles of wine in the past 2 weeks, so I don't know.
Now,
Oh, heavy hitter.
does that 100,000 include if you're working or not?
Yes.
So if you normally make over 100,000, but you're not working because of the virus, do you still get it? Is the question.
No, you don't. It's going off of your IRS from last year.
Oh, is it? Well, I ain't getting shit.
So what happened with the hag?
It's she didn't do anything yet. It's Rain's turn.
Excellent.
Yeah, so when we lost internet, what I was saying is that I'm following Gothak, and so depending on where exactly I was in relation to him on the map, I should probably be right next to or right behind him. So I would suggest you just put me there.
To Gothak?
Yeah, because I'm following him. I'm looking at the situation and seeing that Kragor appears to have the orphans under control, and he's the one with the holy symbol, and I'm just a giant dragon. So, like, I'm going.
So you kick the orphan off your leg,
I
And
mean,
you
I extract
go
gently.
running
I'm
down
not
the stairs,
the
and the poor little 8-year-old orc boy bounces off the desk. Little orc spirit, and he
I
goes
am
running,
not
and then he
a
goes
child.
running off into this room to hide. Poor little thing. Big old dragon lady just kicked him to the side.
I did not kick shit. I just extracted him gently, and I went. I am not Kragor. I'm not like children. Gotta hit that with an axe.
I heard you kicked him.
Should have kicked him.
All right, pass your turn. Okay, the Hag Shadow. She looks at Sid, and she says,
You will not be able to save them.
And then she, you see her, like, start levitating, and you see her kind of pass through the ceiling as a mist.
I regard that as hinky. I regard that as hinky, but I can't hit it because it just moved.
Well, not only is that hinky, which prompts your ready to action, it also provokes an attack of opportunity because she's leaving your threatened space.
You can
Yeah,
you can
dude.
punch at the mist if you want.
Don't go kill.
I punch at the mist.
It just waves right through her.
See, there, that went well.
Can't you shoot bolts of energy?
Through the mist. I shoot bolts of energy through the mist.
It just passes right through her.
Hello?
Just passed right through her.
Got kicked out of the game again.
Who, you did?
Yep.
I didn't.
No, it doesn't say you did. It says you're connected.
The game just couldn't deal with I attacked the mist. The
It's
game
that
just
shiny
refused.
belt buckle you have. Gothic, you're up again.
So wait, she started to raise through the ceiling, or she just went misty? What did
She Sid seen her raise up and go through the ceiling.
So she should be pretty much in front of me at somewhere or around here. 'Cause now
In the room to the north of you.
I'm gonna need that map again.
I'm gonna need where she is on that map.
Actually, no, yeah, she'll rise up directly in front of
Like,
you.
right in front of us. Yes.
Ugly ass hag face starts coming up through the floor. What do you do?
In real life, soccer punt, and here, axie stuffy.
Right.
Can you see it? You got the map?
Yeah.
I do.
So I should be.
So she's now in front of me.
Yep.
Yep. Does he get an attack of opportunity because she's like floating up out of the damn floor?
Oh, she's in front of him now. Yes. It's his turn. So if he wants to
FYI,
swing-
oh, definitely, I'm swinging. FYI, a weird little thing is because it's just a red square with no icon or little token. You can't control click on the map part.
Control click on her token on the combat tracker.
I know, I did. I was just saying weird
Oh,
little
okay.
thing to
Yeah,
add to that.
I don't know why it's not showing up. I added her just like you're supposed to.
Okay, so Gothak is suitably enraged by the tortured children and by something this ugly in front of him. So we do lots of things. Go in rage. I think that's everything there. And now we have fun.
Yeah, Sid just disconnected. Then he reconnected.
So I
Yep.
hit her.
That's a hit. Ouch.
A palpable hit.
Excellent. This pleases me greatly. Passing turn.
He just took off his headset, adjusted his pajama pants, and waddled out of the room.
My attacks have that effect on other people.
Alright, while we wait for him to come back, I gotta take this call.
Happy day.
I'm gonna get a cookie.
I want a cookie.
Right. I'm running out of goddamn cookies. I'm hoarding my last box.
Biscuits. You need biscuits.
All right, so I will try to get upstairs any way I can, which at this point includes flying.
Well, hypothetically, you could go up those stairs that Gothak was headed toward anyways and show right up where the hag is getting whacked in the head by an axe.
All right, I'm back. We got fire alarm problems at work.
Well, the Dawn Panther is back too.
Okay.
He just flung ice cream up on his shirt, caught it with his shoulder like a hockey goalie, and is now picking ice cream off of his chest.
I'm winning.
Nice.
Hair.
So that song from the cellar is still calling your name. The
My name?
mysterious, yes, the mysterious noise.
So as I try to run upstairs, what happens? Oh, great DM.
Where are you going?
I'm trying to follow the mist hag upstairs so I can punch her.
So you have to run outside, right? You got to go out the front door to get out around.
Or can't he go out the where? How does he
Dining
get to the
room or
stairs off the
something? I don't know.
back?
What was that? The only way to get to the second floor is from the outside.
So I don't see the maps, and I can fly.
Oh, hold on.
Please take both of those things into account.
You can't get outside. The windows are boarded up. The only way out of that first floor there is through the front door. Or the windows are bricked.
Okay, well, I try to get there. Yeah, I could try to go up the chimney.
That fireplace is lit.
Is it like real fire or fake fire?
It's real fire. You feel the warmth.
I'm gonna go out the front door, and try to get up to the second floor. Which way is it? Like Sid's trying to puzzle this out right now. It could go very well. All right, so Sid is.
So, hold on a second. So as you open up the front door and run through it. Come on, I got 3 maps going here. You find yourself all of a sudden in the kitchen.
Ah, shit. I've been magicked.
So as you run through the front door, you'll fall forward, and next thing you know, you're in the kitchen. You materialize in the kitchen. And you can see that the stove is on, and on top of the stove is this big pot, and there's a flame underneath it.
Okay, so Sid realizes something is afoot. And I've got 40 move left. I'm going to try to... Is this a door in the kitchen here next to the stove?
No, it's another bricked up window.
Sid is going to try to run back out by going that way, generally towards the trapdoor. Sid's
And you
just
get-
he's running now. Sid's running.
And you get by the trap door and you hear that alluring sound that just the wailing and the howling.
Well, that
But yet
wasn't smart.
it's like drawing you. And the doors rattling again.
Okay, well, Sid is out of move, so he couldn't go down there if he wanted to.
And you got that big pot on top of the stove too.
Look, Sid's having a bad night, all right? He passes
Gregor.
his turn.
I've got the children, right?
Yes, you were on the 3rd floor, right? That's floor 2.
Yep.
Yes.
Floor 3. Yeah, you've got the two children there. And the little girl and the little boy holding onto your arms.
I am going to ready in action.
What are you readying?
I am going to turn undead if anything else shows up.
All right. The Hag Shadow. She is on the 2nd floor with Gothak. So the Hag Shadow looks at Gothak and she says, "You cannot save them. They
And
are my
I just-
children."
I just interrupt her with, "I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to."
And she reaches out and she touches Gothak on the shoulder. And why didn't that roll?
Because the Goliath ain't no bitch.
Where did the bad lady touch you? Can you point at the paper doll?
Show
And tell
me
me-
on. No, you gotta say it right. Show me on me where they touched you.
Let me
Creepy.
see if I can do this a different way.
That's not how our HR does it, dude.
Oh, I see what it is. I see why it's not doing it.
Because I'm a boss.
You succeeded.
Yeah,
Alright, so
I would not have saved.
Have you ever seen
succeeded
a
then.
Goliath smirk and sneer at an enemy? It's a monument to handsome right angle.
And she smiles back at you. Maybe next time. Vamir.
I'm carrying the bedding down the stairs now.
You're on the 2nd floor. No, you're on 3.
I'm on 3.
So you go down to 2.
No, Where the heck do we do laundry in this house?
Oh, there. It just worked. It just jumped to the 4th floor. You went upstairs to the 4th floor.
No, I was on the 4th floor. That's where my bedroom is.
Oh, you started
Front
on the 4th
bedroom.
floor. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you going down to the 3rd floor.
Ta-da! Excellent.
Hey, the portal worked.
Huzzah!
What? No, where the frick is the portal?
It just bumped you back up for some reason. Hold on. I gotta fix something with that.
I think the portal is in the middle square.
That is the 1st floor. That is the 4th floor. Second floor. You're going to the 3rd floor, right?
Correct. Serious question, guys. Where do we do laundry in this house?
Last time I had a laundry problem, you just magicked my clothes clean.
Usually it's in the basement.
There you go. That's see, this is why I tried to set up portals, because all these maps confusing. So now you're on the 3rd floor
Cool.
with your sheets.
I
And
know
there's
it's,
the privy over there.
well, it's not going in the privy. I'm thinking it's going in the tub, maybe. I assume I see the door open and hear crying in the room to the.
As you come around that corner there.
No, seriously, why didn't you magic your sheets clean?
There's only so much that magic can do.
And when you got flesh puked up,
That's gonna need some mind bleach.
so as you come around that corner there, you see Cragor there, and he's got 2 orphans clinging onto him. But you notice that the children, you see the same thing everybody else does, that their very flesh seems to shift, and it's not transparent, but they're not totally there yet. They're not solid. And their voices echo through the house when they're crying, and you hear them telling Cragor that Mother's home and Mother's gonna come and eat them, like she's eaten all the other children.
Completely in character, I say. What the actual fuck?
With the memory of the nightmare that you just had too.
That's probably the end of my turn.
All right.
Yeah, you did.
So Victor, and he continues to plead and try to keep little Matilda calm. Gron has run off into the room with the tub, and he's hiding behind the tub, hoping that Mother won't find him in there. And Matilda is just bawling her eyes out. Kaz, your turn. And I don't know what floor you're on.
2.
That's 1. There's 2.
As close as I can get to the hag.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35 will put you here.
Cool.
Actually, yeah, 30 will put you there because you can move diagonal.
Using that new weapon that I was given. Ah, shit. Oh well.
Hey, you forgot to target her too.
Doubt if it would made a difference, but I will.
That was a miss. Go ahead and pass your turn. To Rain. You're not too
I'm
far.
gonna-
You can go through
Yep.
that door.
Yep, I'm gonna move up there next to Gothic.
All right.
I'm gonna whack her.
Boop her on the nose.
Oh, dragons are real into booping.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a pretty serious boop.
Boop
The
boop
hag,
doop boop.
the hag wails and screams. Oh.
It's a good hit.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. And Gothic.
Oh man, I hope I roll well again. Give me a second.
Yes.
All right, I think that's everything.
Reckless attack.
Reckless attack is it's a double-edged sword, but it's kind of abusable because there's nothing that says you can't just use it turn after turn after.
Except your hit points.
All my hit points will be just fine.
And that's a hit. Whew.
And she's
26.
vulnerable to my radiant fucking battle axe.
Yes, she
Nice.
is.
Wait, how
Did you-
come Sid's radiant bolt didn't hit
He
her?
didn't hit her. He didn't hit her with a radiant bolt.
Yeah, I got through and missed.
Nah, you just punched at the mist.
My first instinct was to punch at the mist.
And the hag again reaches out to touch Gothic.
Reach out and touch somebody.
And he succeeds.
This world's a better place.
Little orphan's crying. Rain is up.
Can't believe I'm succeeding charisma checks. This is wonderful. What a great night. I'm
No,
never
you're
gonna
rolling a
roll well
19.
again.
I'm gonna change that DC to 20.
The hell with you? I'm gonna let my scaly friend finish her off.
Come on, now, don't get sketchy now. Yeah, we're gonna whack. No, we're not.
That was a miss.
Okay.
And Victor looks at Cragor and says, "Please, sir, do something." And Sid is down in the kitchen. If I can get that map back.
So, an odd idea pops into Sid's head. He has conceived that if he makes 2 dawn beams, one from each hand, and crosses them as they strike the ectoplasm in the basement, he might just put this whole situation to bed. So he's going to try to cross the beams.
Okay, so you're gonna open the door and go
Sid is
down
gonna-
there, or
No. From up here, he's going to try to cross the beams at the ectoplasm in the basement. He's going to try to strike it with the beam cross.
I don't think that's our god.
We're going to fucking find out today. So Sid opens the door, and let me get a roll off here.
hold on a second.
All right, I've opened the door. I rolled a critical hit. Sid has really pulled it all out for this one.
Where do you store that spiritual hammer?
And anyway,
Pulled it out, huh?
yeah, he did. He's now blasted.
Please tell me you're gonna slap her across the face with your spiritual hammer.
Hold on a second.
Blasted
You
the
do.
ectoplasm with. he's
We're gonna
got
call it
super,
the hammer slap. We're gonna
He's
call it
got
the hammer
super
slap.
cyan, and then he picks up the spiritual hammer and he throws it at the ectoplasm after the beams, which of them then crossed.
You're not gonna get another beam?
I just threw the hammer.
Yeah, the hammer is a bonus act.
Throwing the hammer is a bonus action.
The use of it's a spiritual weapon.
Yeah,
Sid
so
is showing her the dawn.
that's what I've done,
You're
DM,
like
and that's my.
shrieking bloody murder while you do this, right?
Yep. Well, yeah. It's. Have you ever seen anyone go Super Saiyan? Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
It really
so
bothers me to
hold on a
hear
second.
Scion instead of Saiyan. I can't tell you how much
Yeah.
it triggers me.
It hurts me as well.
I can say it however I want to.
No, 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 no,
Well-
no, 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 no. What you're saying is legit and it's funny, but my brain wants to hear the other way. Especially since Dragon Ball Z Abridged was officially canceled, I'm very sad forever.
I can say it however I want, and I
See,
just did that.
yeah, you
Okay,
gotta
so
make up for it
here-
with.
you open the door, right?
I did, and then I crit
Okay.
hitted the
Well,
ectoplasm.
before you were able to attack, you have to give a saving throw here. And let me see if I can.
You're
this
not
works.
rolling back my critical hit on the floor, are you?
Nope.
Okay, good.
That'll do.
Yeah, you succeeded, so you don't. Um, says on a failure, creature can't take reactions until the start of the next turn. Blah blah blah. So yeah, you blasted ectoplasm.
I blasted the shit out of it,
Yeah, and it just makes a big splash.
and then I
It's just-
threw.
It's
I
just
threw my
ectoplasm.
I threw my spiritual hammer at it.
That's 1d8 plus wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see what else this thing says. You threw your spiritual weapon where?
At the ectoplasm.
It does nothing but sink into the ectoplasm.
I
But-
feel so much better.
You do see. Let me find the basement. Map cellar.
That dawn beam, by the way, was glorious. That's what happens when you roll a crit hit on a dawn beam. It's glorious.
After you threw that hammer down there, you see what's in the basement,
Excellent.
and it's a gibbering mouther.
Ooh, I just found a fucking pipe that was shaped like a gibbering mouther. I just saw that the other
Oh yeah. And let
Yeah,
me
it
give
was
you.
grotesque and I loved it.
Let me see if I can find this. Character tokens.
Okay, so there was like floor to ceiling ectoplasm, and now there's a gibbering mouther.
No, it wasn't floor to ceiling. It was about knee deep.
Like, what happened to all the ectoplasm?
It's still down there. It just splashed around.
And the mouther is in the ectoplasm?
Yes.
Oh, that sucks, dude. Okay.
I'm trying to find a nice token to give you.
Alright, well, I take back my move because Sid is going to now jump into the basement with his move after his hammer that he's thrown down there. For he has seen the enemy, and it is gross.
That's a mace. You don't want a mace, do you? You
No, I want a hammer.
Alright, let me keep looking.
Like it's got to be like some sort of a martial weapon thing. So cookery would work as well. A staff would be okay. Sid would use a staff. Hard to throw, though.
I know I've got a bag with equipment worn.
Sid also favors the crowbar.
Those are shields. Weapons.
Yeah, you know.
Archery. Associated material. Let me see. No. Where's a throwing star? Nice. Axe, blade, club. See if it's under club.
Staff.
What's the name of our game? Lamb is actually trying to log in.
Cold, cool, smelly camp.
It is not.
No, it changed.
Apparently
Oh,
I'm in.
okay.
Yeah, it's the deranged turret one.
Yep, I'm here, so I must have guessed
How about
right.
that hammer? You see it in the
Huzzah!
basement?
Yes, it's glorious.
Oh, I like
All
that.
right.
I like that. It's not quite shiny enough, but we'll just all imagine that it's made out of light and dawn beams and glitter.
Yeah, so I'm going in after it. Sid arrives in the basement.
So you're going down in the basement. Okay. Let me.
Oh, he's so angry.
I
put
logged
you on
this
that map.
as Sid has seen the enemy and it is gross, so he hurls himself into the basement after his hammer.
Sid gets a little ragey in combat after seeing what Gothic does, and it works for him. So
Yes, but I am a master of the rage.
Sid, he's pretty disciplined. So it's kind of like a rage discipline combo.
That would be the World War Hulk incarnation, then.
All right, there you are at the bottom of the stairs.
I don't know. I think of it as like blue steel.
Okay, Cragor.
Share a map with me, please.
Let me put you on a map. And I can put you back in the combat tracker, too.
Yep. So
Speaking
quick,
of, welcome, Lambda.
yeah. So
Yeah,
quick
welcome aboard.
recap for you.
I'm reading the recap to catch up on you.
That took you off the character sheet. Or did it? No, you're on there.
So there's sounds of battle in the floor below, correct?
I mean, if Gothak is shrieking, then yeah.
I do
Oscar,
not
go
shriek.
ahead and
Right,
roll your
I feel-
initiative.
I feel like he just swings his axe. While
Sid is
glaring.
yelling
lot.
as loud as he can on the first floor.
But yeah, so Sid is shrieking on the first floor. The dragon also doesn't do anything other than stick her teeth out and swing. So,
So you're a growler, I'm a roarer, he's a shrieker.
right.
Cragor's on the 3rd floor, and it's his turn.
Those could be our Power Ranger names.
Yeah, Sid's more of a screamer, like just technically.
Shrieker. Ooh, Dawn Shrieker actually sounds pretty good.
So,
Right.
so I say, children, stay close.
But not too close. Because then you become the bad guy.
Please don't leave us. Please don't leave us. Oh no!
And I'm going to face the stairwell.
So that little orphan's gonna run into the privy and hide.
Oh, real quick, Lambda, in case you're confused, if you look on the 2nd floor of the map, if you pushed it, there's not an icon for some reason, so we're just attacking a red screen.
Yeah, you have to target with the combat tracker. Control click on the combat tracker.
No problem.
So is that where you're moving to?
Yes, and then I am readying an action.
All right, and this orphan's gonna run by you and go hide in the library underneath the desk. Oscar, I gotta put you on the map. Where would you have started?
Don't know.
Probably
Don't
on-
see a map.
Oh yeah, I gotta share them with you. me start you out. You were taking a bath when all this started off. We'll put you in that bathroom.
My slow appearance.
You've gotten out of the bath and donned your armor. You hear all the ruckus going on, and you heard the poem that the hag was echoing throughout the manor. And you heard the little children running and hiding and screaming. So did you see where your token's at?
Actually, no. What floor am I on?
I shared the map, Troll Skull Manor 3. You're in the bathtub room in the lower right-hand corner.
I was looking at the other bathtub. Okay.
Yeah, the lower right-hand corner. I think there's a orphan hiding in that other room.
Yes, there is. So you want me to move or what?
Yep.
Combat?
Whatever you want
What's
to.
going on?
Yeah, we're in combat. Whatever you want to do. The gibbering mouther is in the cellar that Sid just found, and the old hag is on the second floor, I think, engaged with Kaz, Rain, and Gothic.
And if it makes any difference,
Floor am
Sid
I
is
on again?
probably... You're on 3.
3.
Sid is probably shrieking the loudest.
That's fine. Shriek away. The children don't look to be any. The orphans don't look to be any threat. So I'm going to go down in a second.
No, actually, they're not. I got to change that. They should be yellow. There we go.
From what I've read, they haven't attacked anybody or done anything.
No,
like
no,
that.
they're asking for your help. You weren't here, but they said that Mother's home and Mother's here to eat us, and she's eaten the other children, and she's cooked them and fed them to us, and forced us to eat the other children.
Like a little cannibalism started off. Yeah, get
Yep.
me over to the stairs and down the stairs as far as I can go.
Well, that's 10. Go ahead and move some more.
It's going to be real tedious.
The ones to the north go upstairs, and the ones to the south go downstairs. 15. That's 30. You going upstairs?
Put me on the other floor.
All right,
Got
that
15
takes
left.
you. That takes you downstairs to the second floor. So let me put you on this map. Damn it. Just delete those tokens. So now you're on the second floor. I'll share that map with you. There you go.
Everybody else. So
How much more
the
movement do
hag
you have?
got 15.
5, 10, 15. That puts you there.
All right, sounds good to me.
And that red square in front of Kaz, Gothak, and that's the hag. I don't know why you guys can't see a token. It's got a token on mine. So go ahead and pass your turn. Kaz.
take it everybody already picked up their goodies?
Yeah, did you choose something?
No, I haven't.
Do you know what you want? I'll go ahead and add it now. If not, you can get it after the game.
I'll get it after this game. Yeah.
All right.
I think I was looking at the slippers that
The spider slippers?
spider slippers, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, those are cool. Kez, you're up.
Let's trying to shift through all these. My God. Wait.
You didn't target her again. Let me drag it over there.
Yeah, she has her targeted. It's weird.
Did you control click the red box or control click her in the combat tracker?
Combat tracker.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on with this thing. I had to create this NPC. Maybe I did something wrong when I created it, but I don't think so. That's a miss. The mirror. You still trying to get your clothes washed?
I look over at Krieger's like, where are you going?
And you've seen the two spiritual orphans run by you.
Stairs.
Fair. I drop the linens on the floor and walk out over here and ready a Eldritch Blast.
What's the trigger?
If I see spooky shit.
Coming up the stairs?
Let's not get too specific.
Alright. Go ahead and pass your turn. Matilda, she's hiding in the privy. And the gibbering mouther, that's in the cellar with Sid. What is he going to do?
I love that of all characters to be alone with a gibbering mouther in a dark, musty basement. It's the Dawn Tree.
Right.
Okay, makes one bite attack, and if it can, uses what's blinding spittle.
Basically the Dilophosaurus spit.
Oh, nice.
Something you don't want to hear.
So when the investigators come back and we've got this hag's head on a platter, I'm gonna have to tell the investigators, hey, you guys who were so dumb to not to think that we murdered those children, your mom came to
So the gibbering mouther moves over towards Sid with its whole 10 feet of movement. And he takes a bite at him. And that's a miss. And then he spits at him.
It's not very ladylike.
Spits a chemical blob at a point it can see within 15 feet of it. The blob explodes in a blinding flash of light on impact. Yeah, he's going to spit at him. And did he fail? No, he succeeded. Blinding flash. Each creature within 5 feet of the flash must succeed on a saving throw or be blinded until the end of the mouther's next turn. So you succeeded. And that's a recharge. Alright. He passes his turn to Gron is cowering and hiding. Matilda's hiding. Rain on the second floor.
Whacking time.
It's whacking time. I gotta see how damaged my hag is. You guys are doing a number on him. Or should I say Gothek is.
Thank you. It's about time.
I'm gonna go Tempest of Blows.
What does that say?
So this is the one where if I successfully hit her, I can hit her again. And then if that's a success, I can hit her a third time.
Oh,
And
shit.
then after that, I have to make a Constitution saving throw to not suffer disadvantage. So I don't cast this unless I need it, basically.
Alright, so you're just trying to kill my poor little hag.
Right. So I'm gonna attack her. If I miss, Tempest of Blows doesn't apply.
Okay.
Basically. Yeah. Not gonna succeed.
Uh-oh. You lose proficiency in a random skill until you finish a long rest. So, what are your skills? How many skills are there? 1, 2... You lose proficiency. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counting from top to bottom, roll a 1d6. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you lose perception.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Now I'm dumb.
Until you finish a long rest. So I don't think you'll be perceiving anything in here during this fight anyway.
Probably
So
not.
that probably
Passing
remember to put that star back on after this long rest, okay? After you do a long rest.
Yep.
Everybody try not to forget that. Gothek.
Please murder her. I can't roll for shit.
I'm glad he don't get
I'm
to hit her
trying.
3 times.
Not yet. All right, let's hope that my my luck and success continue. Shit. Can you get rid of those last 2 I just put on? They're supposed to be 1 radiant, not 2 necrotics.
What's it say? Damage
The
2
2
necrotic,
divine.
4. You put 4 on yourself?
No. I accidentally double tapped the divine fury necrotic damage because I have to choose necrotic or radiant, and I meant to
it's
do
an effect. You put
once
an
for radiant.
So you just want 1 divine fury damage to necrotic, or do you want them both
well,
taken off?
I want them both taken off because I was choosing radiant, not necrotic.
Okay, I took them both off.
There we go.
Actually, if it's an effect you put on yourself, you can delete them too.
How do I do
click
that?
On the combat tracker, that little head with the things above it. You click that to expand all your effects. And if you see the ones that you've put on yourself, you can click the red circle to get them to go away.
Oh, okay. I shall try that another time.
That was that gray thing in his head, huh?
Yeah, it's like a little head with effects over the top, like Tweety birds or stars or something.
Fool me.
Well, that's what I think it is anyway. I don't know what the hell it is really.
Gray blob on my screen.
On the GM's combat tracker, it looks like a stupid little bird.
Well, that's what it looks like on ours. It's like a bird to the right of the shield, or it looks more like a...
It's just a silhouette,
Like a-
so it has no detail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe. Oh, okay. Maybe it depends on what theme you're using. Damn, another 24.
I have not dealt under 20 damage to her in any of my 3 attacks.
And it shows. Gibbering Mouther is up. And his spit is recharged.
Wow.
So he's going to make his bite attack again. And that's a miss, and then he's going to spit again. And this time it was a failure, so Sid is blinded. Make sure it's for the right amount of rounds. I don't know what that means. Let me see. What's it mean? Okay, you're blinded till the end of the Mother's next turn. Alright, and the Hag Shadow is up. And she is on the second floor. And hers recharged too. Roast. Let me find the right map. So the Hag Shadow says to the three of you,
I will deal with you later. I smell a meal.
and she turns into that mist again. And she moves. No, I need the third floor. This damn token stacking's killing me. She moves up onto the second floor.
Third floor, maybe?
Yeah, my bad. Up on the third floor. Damn it. There. And she makes an attack at the orphan.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
I was gonna say, he's standing in that doorway.
I get an
The
attack
door
roll
is
for
closed.
shit.
The
No, it's
door is
not.
closed.
The
The
kids
door is
opened it.
closed. No, you didn't say you opened it. The
The
door was
kid
closed.
opened it when he ran through it.
The door was closed.
The kid's a ghost.
They're all pretending to be human, though. They grabbed onto your legs.
Holy crap!
And the Hag Mother picks up the child and starts eating it.
Isn't that another action?
What's that? No, that's the attack. Devour Spirit. Gregor, you are up. And you can hear the child screaming and yelling from inside that room. Now,
I'm going to
if there you go.
burst through
Now
the-
that you burst through that door, Vamir can see the hag, and she's got. Let me describe it to you. As Gregor bashes past you and bashes down the door, you can see the hag shadow's withered hand snatches at the screaming child. The crone's jaws unhinge and stretch impossibly far as she swallows up half the child, ripping and tearing at the flesh that turns into smoke. With a sigh, the crone smacks her lips, turns to you, and whispers a single word.
More.
And I say, praise the dawn, bitch.
And you can make your attack against her.
Already did.
Oh, did you? Did it hit? Yep.
Oh,
You
yeah.
hit her. Took about half of what she just got back away from her. All right, Gregor, now it's your turn. Or finish your turn.
I'm going to hit her with a guiding bolt.
Swing away. That's a hit.
Just put 16 back on there.
Put 32 back on her.
Yeah,
She
what the
was.
hell happened there?
No, it says she's dying.
Yep.
Oh, because she's vulnerable.
on.
Huh.
Right.
Cragor
Right.
16, damage 32. So you put 64, so I gotta put 32 back.
Yeah, but it said that she was unconscious before the second 32 went on there.
Yeah, she's definitely dying.
She's dying.
Okay, hold on a second. Effect unconscious. No, because the second 32 says it exceeded the hit points by 16, so she should have 16 left, right?
No, she's unconscious to Hag Shadow Mother.
Yeah, and because I guarantee that she didn't have like 60 some hit points left.
No, it says damage 32 to the Hag Shadow for being vulnerable.
And the effect was
Oh, okay.
now
And then another damage 32, it says exceeded
Yeah.
by 16.
Right.
Okay. Alright, so yeah.
16 hit points left.
Yeah, you killed her.
Man, I did so much work, and you could have done it in like one turn.
Sorry, man.
No, I still looked awesome.
We look
And
awesome
The
together.
orphan is dead.
That's a good point. We surely
Orphan
do.
is dead.
I think that was Vic.
Is Victor, he's unconscious but dying. Can I hit him with a, like, spare the dying?
Oh no, he was
restore him?
gone. She ate his ass.
He's also dead
Oh.
already.
Yeah, he was a spirit. She ate the spirit and regained hit points. And the other two orphans. As you've heard their screams and cries echoing through the floorboards and through the walls. You as soon as you kill the hag, you hear them breathing sighs of relief and joy for you saving them, and you can feel their gratitude as they fade off into the netherworlds.
Oh, battle axe. I'm taking her head.
Oh, she's gone too. She was a spirit.
Damn it.
Yep. She faded as soon as you killed her. She faded off into the netherworld where she belonged. And then go ahead and pass your turn.
Sid.
Meanwhile, down in the cellar,
Sid.
Sid is still
Is
battling this gibbering mother, and you are
I have
blinded.
disadvantage then because I'm going to try to attack him with just
Disadvantage
Shouldn't
on
you
attack
also-
rolls. Yep.
I
Attackers
plunked
have
disadvantage
advantage.
on. Yep. So I'm going to try to punch him.
You missed.
I'm going to try to punch him again.
You missed.
All right,
You're
and
punching the air. You're punching the air.
and I'm done.
All right. Yeah, you can't see to use your spiritual weapon, so
No, I'm screwed.
you can't move it. Vamir, you are upstairs. You and Cragor trying to kind of look at each other like, what the fuck was that? You just
Nice shot.
you just wanted to clean your sheets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick those up and then bring them back over to the. I don't know the. I'm gonna assume that's the laundry room at this point.
And you hear this like yelling and crying from down below, downstairs. Somebody crying about the dawn or something.
What, from 2 floors up?
Yeah, it's kind of echoing
He's the
through
Dawn Shrieker,
through
not
the
the Dawn.
through the building.
Whisperer.
So you want to pass your turn?
Well,
Yeah,
if I'm hearing the shouting, then I'm gonna frickin' go downstairs.
All right. And that's down to the second floor.
Wait for the crash to occur.
No, I took it off of there. That's down to the second floor. Right there. Was that all your movement?
Yep.
All right. Kaz, you in the middle of your combat there, the spirit disappeared, and you saw her turn into a mist and go through the cracks in the ceiling to the upper floors. And then you heard the spirit, the orphan spirit, screaming and crying out as she devoured him. And then you heard her cackle and howl as she was struck by Kregor and Vamir.
She's dead. I guess we gotta go in the basement.
Well, you don't know if she's dead or not, because you didn't see what happened upstairs.
Didn't she feel the gratitude of the kids who were saved?
Vamir and well, I guess yeah, because it was echoing through the house. You can assume she's dead.
Heading to wherever the basement is.
So you heading out that door there? Hold on a second.
There really is no way downstairs except to go outside.
Yeah. That's the way Troll Skull Manor is designed.
You don't want
Alrighty.
customers wandering up to your actual house, right?
So Kaz, the damn portal actually worked. As you step outside, you're mysteriously teleported into the cellar. And you're standing in knee-deep ectoplasm. And you see the gibbering mother over there attacking Sid. Damn, you got teleported to the right place. Because it was a random teleport. Do you have the cellar map?
Stab.
Yeah, so you still got plenty of movement. You can get over there. Why? Oh yeah, it's a hit. He is wounded.
Nice.
You pass your turn. Oscar.
I'm heading downstairs too then.
All right, go ahead and move out the outside.
$30 should get me out the door.
Let's see if this works.
Well, I could choose on this one. It pop up and says, where do you want to go?
Did it pop up for you?
Guess it did.
It shouldn't.
Figured not. You want me to answer no to it?
Yeah, click no and see what happens.
I clicked yes when that pop-up came and chose the base.
Oh, did you click seller?
Yeah,
Oh, that's why it transported you there. I didn't know it did that. I thought only that it only popped up for me, so I could
the question
choose
is,
something.
where do you want to go? It's the attic, it's the basement, it's wherever I
Oh. See, it's supposed to do it randomly. I must have programmed it wrong. It's supposed to pick one of those at random.
Kaz
So
is
I'll
very
go.
direct.
Did you click no?
Yes, I did.
Oscar?
So go ahead and put
Okay.
me in the cellar.
I'll put you in the cellar. I'll be nice. Since Kaz got to choose, I thought it's supposed to go at random.
Makes sense.
All right. I'll definitely get this fixed for the Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
I'm gonna need the cellar map.
All right. Just pushed it.
When Kaz showed up there, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a sneak attack on the gibbering mal.
All right, with a crossbow.
Oh, what have I got equipped?
All right.
I think I have short bow.
Short bow. That's fine.
I don't think I have any ammo for my crossbow.
Hey, why don't you have? You don't have any ammo for your short bow either. You sure? Look in your inventory. Crossbow, light. Yeah, you got 20 arrows for your quiver.
Yeah, but not crossbow bolts.
Well, you better buy some crossbow bolts.
Oh, I just got the crossbow last session.
Oh, and you didn't get any bolts with it?
No, somebody else grabbed
Oh,
it
it was loot.
Yeah, it's all right. No big deal. I was going to use it anyway.
All right, yeah, but you got 20 arrows for your short bow. Let me change that to 20. There you go. Now you got 20 arrows. And you just shot one.
You're trying to target Mother, and I missed it, so my damage didn't go in.
That was a miss.
All right, no problem. I'm working more on it.
Yeah, I just dropped it on it. Sid, are you still blind?
Yes.
I have not had the end of the Gibbering Mother's next turn. So, yes, I'm still blind.
All right.
I'm going to blinded.
Oh, you dropped a 20. Oh, no,
just
dropped to
punch
14.
Now I dropped to 20.
Now you dropped to 20.
Yep,
Both of them were
it
misses.
is what it is.
Vamir.
Going further downstairs.
You going out the door to go around?
Yep, I'll go ahead and take the dash action too.
See if that pops up for you. And you chose the cellar?
Yes.
Alright, I had to move you off, Oscar. Alright, so you dashed and you made it to the cellar. Pass your turn. Gothic.
Alright, so I'm gonna go down those stairs to the north. And so I can choose the cellar.
Sure, since it's working that way. And the mother is dead, so ain't no sense in randomly transporting you.
I shall advance on said creepy thing.
Alright, go ahead and move your token and I'll approve it. There you go. Oh, they must be unlocked?
Yeah, they were in the cellar for some reason,
yeah.
but it wasn't in the other floors, but in the cellar it was.
Right. Okay. Go ahead and make your attack. That's not, I'm going to say that's not a wall there. That's kind of like darkness.
I figured it was just like a corner. I'd kind of.
Yeah, it's not even a corner. It's like in the just a dark area. I would even let you stand in there. It's just a weird looking map to me. And that's a hit.
And the worst roll of my night.
Double one. Snake eyes. At least you got a +10 to it. Oscar, you're up again.
Do I still have sneak attack?
Yep, because he's engaged.
I didn't hit either, so.
And that's a hit. Nice. Kaz, you're up. And that's a miss. And the spittle is recharged. So the gibbering mother is going to take another bite at Sid. And that's a hit. For 18. And you succeeded on the saving throw, so you do not get knocked prone. And then the gibbering mother is going to spit. And it's 15 feet. A point. Can see what I'm. A blinding light each creature within 5 feet of the flash. So you guys are not in a square, so I'll put you in a square. So he can't get everybody. But he's going to spit right into that square. So anybody within 5 feet of that square is going to get a saving throw.
Kind of saving throw.
Dexterity, I'll drop it on you. So it's going to be Oscar, dexterity. You succeeded. And Vamir. Where's Vamir's token? That's why. Because it's dropping it on the thing there. Let me do it this way. And Vamir failed, so he's blinded. And that's the end of the gibbering mother's turn.
I'm not blinded anymore.
You are not blinded. Let me take that off.
So that's definitely Mouther, right?
Yes, Mouther.
Yes.
Mouther. Would I say mother again? Gibbering mouther. Craigor.
Well, with the COVID going on, most mothers are gibbering right now.
It's not a good
I'm
thing.
going to begin the journey to the sounds of battle. So full dash action. There's what 15,
Which floor are you on?
30. I am all the way on. I think the top.
It's on third floor.
I think I closed that.
Yeah, I'm on the third floor.
There you are. I closed that map for some reason. Alright, so you're gonna... That's 15... 20, 25, 30 will get you to the bottom. Let me move you to the second floor map. There you are at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know why you ran in through a wall, but
30 there. He can make it another 30.
there's 10. 25.
That's it.
You ain't got
Oh,
5 more?
no. No, actually, I've got to go back 5. Short legs.
Oh yeah, that's right. You only get 25. Good, moving back. All right, pass your turn to Rain.
I am headed down those stairs to the basement.
All right, go ahead and move to the stairs. You'll get a pop-up.
Will I now?
You didn't get it?
Nope.
Strange. I will move you there. There you go.
Don't step in the goo.
You're knee-deep in
Right.
ectoplasm.
I'm super happy about it too. Okay, so I've got 15 more, so I'm gonna go stand next to Kaz.
That'll take you upstairs.
Not right next to her, like between her and Sid. Like, I can stop next to Gothak too.
Hold on. I just deleted that token, so you can go over by them. God damn it! If you want, you can go there, because I deleted that token.
Oh, okay.
Since they didn't seem to be working right anyway.
Alright, does that mean I am positioned where I can whack that thing?
You didn't dash, did you?
Did not.
Then you still have an action.
I don't know why
And that
I
was a
bothered
miss.
to roll.
One of those nights.
It's always that night for me.
Vamir, you are blinded.
That is deeply unfortunate.
You know the general vicinity of the mouthing, gibbering mouther because you can hear it, and you saw it. Which you also know Kaz and your other companions are between you and the monster.
I have faith.
Are you gonna, like, shoot a
I'm
spell?
gonna blast anyway.
If you fumble, I'm gonna roll, and there'd be a 50-50 chance you hit one of the 3. Or 4.
So,
Actually, it'd be the
Question.
3 because Sid's kind of blocked.
I've got
So,
this.
that's only on a
this
fumble, though.
thing. Where is it?
Only if you roll a
Do I
1.
not have it on my actions? I don't have it on my actions, but so because of the type of sorcerer I am, I can roll a 2d4 if I miss, and add it to the result. If I roll a fumble, and I add that thing, would it negate the
No,
danger?
I'm gonna call a fumble. If you're doing it
Alright.
blinded, because you wouldn't know. But what's the odds of rolling a 1?
1 in 20.
Why
There you go.
jinxed him? Why you do that?
You know I'm hoping, right?
Of course you
Oh yeah,
are.
me too.
Holy shit, you hit the gibbering mouther.
Fucker!
Hell yeah.
Alright. Pass your turn.
Praise the dawn, bitches!
Oscar, you are not blinded. You succeeded on your throw. All right, that's a hit for 2. You didn't have your sneak attack on there?
I didn't. Crap, I thought it was still on.
If you drag that damage and drop it on the combat tracker for the gibbering mother, it'll apply it.
What damage?
Go to your sheet.
Give
Open
myself
up the
a
mag.
back.
Actually, it's just roll 2d6 and I'll apply it. So 6 more to the mouther. All right, I just gave him 6 more. Cragor is up next.
Continuing the journey south.
Oh, you're still upstairs? Going over the stairs, see if it gives you a pop-up.
Nope.
No?
If I move off the step, so I can go all the way to the freaking cellar.
Did it pop up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let's choose one. Just choose the cellar. There you go.
Boom. Close some of these damn windows down. Holy
Now-
shit!
Now
Gibbering
that everybody's
Mouthler.
in the cellar.
I'm gonna target that thing and hit it with a guiding bolt. Wrath of Mordens.
Holy mackerel.
Jesus, save some roll for the rest of us.
God damn it. I hate it when I double.
Double clicked it again, so I gotta add 19 back.
Yep.
Oops, not 585. Alright. Pass your turn to Gothic. Man, the mother kept trying to send Gothic to the oven, and he kept resisting.
Is that what she was
roast?
trying to do?
Yeah, that roast touch, what it would have done is you would have been teleported inside the oven into the kitchen, and the oven is lit, and you'd have been grappled and had to succeed on a 13 strength throw to get out after every turn and take damage at the beginning of the turn.
That is one time I probably would have had my roll on the first shot. Too bad she lost.
Yeah, she couldn't send anybody to the oven. That's a hit. Damn. 22.
I like barbarians, by the way.
Gibbering Mother recharged. She is going to... She didn't like that, so she's gonna... The Gibbering Mouther is gonna bite Gothic.
I like that you've called it a gibbering mother enough times that you're now referring to it as a she.
Yeah, I know. And that
And
was
it
a
missed.
miss. Why did it have it? Oh, it had advantage. Why did it have advantage?
Because of my reckless attack.
Oh, I was gonna say reckless attack.
That's the trade-off. I get advantage on my attack, but then I'm at disadvantage for... or when they...
Okay, the Mouther spits it did recharge. Yep, it recharged. But I don't think it can use that unless attack hits. Gibbering Mouther makes one bite attack, and if it can. Oh, if it can, it uses the blinding spittle. So yeah, recharge. So it is going to do the blinding spittle right here behind Kaz, Gothic, and Rain. So you three are going to get a saving dexterity throw. Let's see, Gothic, Kaz, Blade Biter. So who failed? Kaz
Me.
failed. Gothic, all three of you failed. Oh. Blinded.
Sid's not blind.
Sid's not blind.
Kaz, Gothic, Rain.
Sid's had enough of this blinding stuff. He would just like to land a punch.
Kaz, you are up and you are blinded.
For shits and giggles.
Famous last words in D&D.
Right?
I'm
For shits and
trying
giggles.
to attack it anyway.
Again, if you fumble, you're going to hit one of the two people to your left or right. Actually, you're within reach of Sid too. You might stab him. But that's only on a fumble.
Can you not stab me? That'd be alright.
Okay, so I'll just
She shot somebody in the ass last week.
alright. Gonna pass my turn.
Oh no, you can attack things if you want to. I was just
The odds of
blinding.
rolling a fumble are 1 in 20. You're fine. Oh! A 2.
Yeah.
Close! You missed him though.
That's tremendous.
Alright,
Come on,
Sid.
Sid, hit something.
You are not blinded.
Sid's gonna use an inspiration to roll with advantage
Go for it. That's what they're there for.
because he's had enough of this punching the air.
You know what's weird is I think I lost my inspirations because I know I had at least 1 or 2 and they're gone.
You finally hit him. I noticed that nobody had inspiration when we logged in. Nobody but Kaz.
I didn't
Kaz
remember
had
how many.
3.
I don't remember how many I had, so I think I had 2, but I don't really remember.
Okay, so Sid has continued his streak of punching through the heads of things. So finally being able to see and using some of his inspiration. He punched it in the face.
Everybody's got at least 2. So you killed the gibbering mouther. You punched him into submission, finally. Six rounds. We are out of combat.
Guys, that was a weird night.
And that ectoplasm kind of drains away. And you hear the thundering and the storms from outside subside, and it's like the rain. It gets quiet, but you still smell a foul stench from upstairs. And I'm gonna move. I'm assuming everybody's gonna leave the cellar,
Yes.
so I'll put you all on the main tap room floor. I'm just moving you in there for now. Don't worry about where you're at.
First head.
Alright, so you're all kind of. Let me put you around where you've come up.
There we
Jar-
go.
Cheers, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie barking.
Voice and
He's been downstairs with all the 20-year-olds drinking. Alright, so you all come up out of the cellar, and that foul stench is coming from the kitchen area. And you see that the oven is on, and that big pot is on top of the stove, and the flame is underneath the pot.
Well, I'm going to head in there and take the pot off the stove.
You're gonna take the pot off the stove and turn the stove off?
Yeah, extinguish the flame.
Yeah, you notice that that foul stench is coming from the pot.
It's going to be kids.
Spirit kids do.
And as you move the pot, give me a. Let me see. Who moved it? That was
Gregor.
Gregor. Let me set that DC, and it is a Constitution save. Oh, you succeed. As you move in the pot, you look down inside of it, and these eyeballs, a handful of eyeballs, start to surface, and they still got like the nerves connected to them, and you kind of, but you don't actually vomit. I don't know what you're gonna. The window's open now. I don't know if you dump it out the window or just put it on the floor.
I'm going to throw it out the window.
All right, you toss it out the window, and now there's a bunch of eyeballs laying in the alley.
You should definitely clean that up. These guards from the city already are watching.
Yeah, it's still like it's the sun is starting to rise, so you might want to take care of
Praise the
that.
dawn.
There you go. It's a good day. So the hag shadow's destroyed. The surviving orphans escape to the afterlife, but not before thanking the adventurers for their salvation. The nightmare ceases, and the bleeding lines between the worlds dry up, delivering the adventurers from the Demiplane back to the real world.
Oh, we
So
were
you're
on a
back-
different plane?
Yeah, that's why all the weird stuff was happening. The windows were boarded up. You were getting transported everywhere, teleported everywhere. The hag was a mist. So you were on a different plane.
Well,
The
that's
sh-
the first
the-
for Sid.
The shadows over Trollskull Manor is cleansed. Nevermore will the dead toil in misery, nor do the living fear it. Over the next week, rumors of the haunted pub spread across Waterdeep, and curious patrons show up to see it for themselves. You all experience a surge of business, for the grand opening is coming. You can add an additional 20 gold pieces to your profit roll when you make your first profit. I got a big ass moth flying around in here. It's huge. Yeah, so a few days go by, and Ulcoria Stonemarrow. Remember that name?
I do. The gargoyle.
Yeah. A female shield dwarf archmage stops by the tavern, and she knocks on the door. It's mid-noon, and Gregor opens the door, and she says, "Good morning. Good morning, Sir Dwarf."
Good morning. Been wanting to make your acquaintance for quite a while now.
Were you now? Would you happen to have a bit of ale?
I'm pretty sure we can. Let's see, I've got that urn sitting around here.
So you invite her in to
So-
have some ale?
Yeah, breakfast.
Breakfast ale. All right, so she gets comfortable over by the fireplace. And she leans back in her chair and sips at her ale. She says, "You know, back in the day, I used to own this place. Did pretty well with it too, I think. But the time to move on came, and I sold it to a family of shield dwarfs. They didn't do so well, and they sold it to a woman by the name of Esther Greybrow.
Yeah. She took care of orphans, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. The old crone turned the manor into an orphanage, but the kids kept going missing. Turned out that Esther was a hag, and no matter how many pennies had to be pinched, there was always meat for the stew. She was a kind lady."
Just
Yeah.
turned out.
As it would happen, the meat for the stew was the missing children.
What? What are you talking about?
She would kill and cook an orphan to feed to the other orphans, and then buried their bones in our cellar.
Oh my. That must be what Blastwind was asking me about. I told him I had never had anything in that cellar but wine.
Well, I'm pretty sure, and I look around the group, I said, I'm pretty sure we killed the hag and some other weird creature in the cellar. It was all very bizarre.
That is an amazing story. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a glyph of warding on this manor. It's going to be imbued with a spell of detect good and evil and good. And you should activate it with the command word Shalgada. If you ever suspect that Esther Greybrow's evil is returned. And she draws a glyph of warding on the fireplace mantle.
That
Be sure
is
to
very
use that
kind
if you
of
ever need it. And with that, she departs.
Spell the command word for me, please.
You get one chance at that. She's gone. No, it's Shalgaddah. 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 She says, if you ever suspect that Esther Greybrow's evil has returned. And as she's departing, you see writing on the window where there was dust. And the writing spells out, "Thank you, Okoria. Love, Leaf."
interesting.
And we're going to call it a night there.
Awesome.
And if you didn't know, that's not part of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. That's a side quest that I found. Called The Haunting of Trollskull Manor.
I liked it.
Mama's Home.
I think
It was cool.
Vamir. Yeah, I think poor Vamir got the worst of it.
Yeah, he
I
had two.
agree.
He had two really nasty nightmares, but it wasn't
And
one of the
coughed
workers.
up literal guts.
Yeah, but one of the workers
I had
got
it worse.
killed. Didn't
No, he
one of
didn't. I saved him.
No,
I thought-
no.
I
No, he
thought one
fell
of the
through a floor.
contractors. Yeah, didn't he die?
No,
No,
because
he got injured, and
Vamir discovered his healing powers.
Oh, he was on workman's comp. That's right. He got workman's comp from the guild.
No, I don't think he even got that because he was healed to full health.
Oh, was he? I can't remember that far back. Yeah, but that was the haunting of Troll Skull Manor.
This was a good night of battles, especially for.
Right.
And I think you guys have some work to do. You have some penance to pay, and Blastwind has to come back and talk to you about the bones that were found in the basement, and you need to discuss how you're going to go about getting the treasure. I don't think the Stone of Galore ever gave you the location of the treasure, did it?
I specifically asked that twice, and you said it did.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
Only Vamir
Otherwise you would have had to go get it. But you also
Yep.
know that the Castellanters also have the Stone of Galore, right? So right now it's
Yep.
kind of like a race to the treasure.
Yep.
And you need to see Melun War Dragon at the Yawning Portal. Probably ask Flume or Volo or Rainier if they know any more information about the Castellanters. Because there's a little bit of mystery behind them too, right? Their missing son, their rise to glory after fall from grace. There's also a dinner party you got to plan, right?
I feel like that's going to be a slightly lower priority.
Yeah.
Another slightly lower priority. Did anybody take those slippers? I know that Craigor was thinking about.
Even if they did, you can still have them. You
Okay,
get anything you
did
want
you
on that
take 'em?
list. No,
You're saying it.
who wanted them?
You're saying if there's a pair
Craigor.
in the
yeah,
there's a pair in the
Craigor.
park. I don't want a second pair, but I'll take them if he didn't take them.
Oh, okay. No, he took something else. Nobody took the slippers of spider walking or whatever it is.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did. Slippers of spider climbing. Yep.
I'll pick something else. I'll let you know next time.
All right, no problem. Just browse over that list.
Cool.
I mean, I'm not opposed to changing something out, but you know,
No, I think it would be helpful to have somebody in the party with that ability, but 2 is kind of overkill.
What did Kaz finally end up taking? Was she just
A rapier.
disconnected?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, it says you you're still in Discord. You disconnected from the table. Yeah, what did you finally end up taking?
+1 rapier.
Did that get added?
You want me to? I'll log back in.
Well, no, yeah, she has, because that's what she's been fighting with this whole
I pulled
Right.
up the
night.
sheet.
Well,
Okay, so
if you look, no, if you look at the attack on the side, you can see it rapier.
yeah, it says rapier +1. So you already added it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Did it add the +1 to the damage?
Not sure.
Well, let me see what a regular rapier does.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right, have a good
Yeah.
evening.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
The notes are pretty epic.
Because it's
just FYI.
supposed to be a +1 to hit and +1 to damage.
How could the notes not be epic with everything I gave you to write about? Oh, she already logged off.
Right? Player's Handbook Rapier. 1d8 piercing. 1d8 plus 2. The plus 2 is from your dexterity. So yeah, it should be a plus 3. So let me go back to your actions.
Oh man, you didn't mention my blind shot in the dark, smacking it in the face.
The bonus, let me add 1 here.
I'm out, guys.
There you go. Now it's a 1d8 plus 3 damage.
Okay.
And Lambda, if you want the slippers of spider climbing, go for it. I'm actually considering. I've been thinking about where I'm going with Cragor, and I really don't know that I need to be able to stand on a
Go ahead. Let's do
ceiling
it that
to
way
throw
then.
spells.
Fine with that.
So you want me to give it to
Slippers.
Oscar and take them off yours?
Yeah, take them off mine.
All
Okay,
right.
and now that we're tracking my ammo, how do I recover? There's something we need to be doing in the end of combat to pick up our arrows.
Yeah, you just let me know, and I will. You can recover half of what you shot.
Okay, I shot 3, so do I get 1 back or 2?
I'll let you round up. Get 2 back. So what you want to do is, let me see your.
Number that I've got to 19. Yeah.
Yep. Collect your 2 back and then delete the one you lost. That makes it easier than just checking off the check boxes, because then you forget and all kinds of stuff goes weird.
It
So
checked
let
them
me add-
automatically for me. Once I
Yeah.
had a positive number in ammo, it actually worked.
Yeah, once you shoot, it'll put a check mark next to each one you shot. But if you collect half and you only click the check box to put half back on, then you start shooting more, and you forget how many you've shot. So you might think you shot more than you did. So it's always best when you collect up your ammo, correct that number, and that way you only have that many boxes left. So every time you collect it, you should collect your half, and then change your number and clear out
Delete
all
the
the
ones
check
you
marks.
lost.
Yep.
Clear all the marks.
Yep. So I'm still on Cragor's. Did I put a effect for them slippers? Let me see. Yep, I did. Let me delete that. Slippers of spider climbing. Delete. Open up Oscar. Items. Spider. SPI. Let's see. Slippers of spider climbing. Slippers of spider climbing. Put that on your inventory. Okay, I put it on your inventory. Let me make sure it's identified. It is not, so let me open it. ID it. Now you got slippers of spider climbing on your inventory, and I will put the effects. Let me pull up the spells window. SLIPPER. Slipper.
I equipped them.
Alright, and on your actions tab, we don't have anything for equipment, so let me create one. EQUIPMENT. Alright, so if you look on your actions tab, I created an equipment slot. You click on the magnifying glass and you can see the effect.
It's already open, so yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so if you want to put the effect on yourself, say, you can probably, if you're wearing them all the time, just always make sure that effect is on there, and that way you won't forget you're wearing them.
So I take it this will let me climb up the wall, go across the roof, go across the ceiling, and shoot from up there, so I won't really have to worry about where everybody else is.
While you wear these light shoes, you can move up and down across vertical surfaces upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free. You have a climbing speed equal to your walking speed, however the slippers don't allow you to move this way on a slippery surface, such as one covered by ice or oil. You are absolutely correct. You could walk across the ceiling and shoot upside down.
It means I don't have to worry about the target's already surrounded by people, and I don't, I can't get close to it. I can basically just go right over the top of everybody and stab them with my razor.
Well, unless, for instance, you're in a room with 20-foot high ceilings, you can only go up. You could go up the wall 6 or 7 feet.
I could do it from the wall if he's
Yeah.
close to a wall.
Right. Yeah, you'd still be within melee range of him too. But if you was 20 feet high on the ceiling, yeah, you could shoot with a ranged attack from the ceiling. Absolutely.
That's good.
All right, and that will come in handy when we go into the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, I'm sure.
Oh, it already would come in handy a lot of places. All those walls we had to climb over.
Actually,
No
it might come
brainer
in
for me.
It might come in handy when we go into the vault. I can see some situations in there where that might come in handy.
Remember where we were fighting, even when we were fighting outside, we had to go over those walls to get, to get into places. Like even when we were sneaking in the manor.
Right? Yeah. Yep. You could have walked right up the wall. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. What? You want me to leave the table up?
I'm out too.
All right. Have a good evening.